Yeah, everybody's heard about when you die, your life flashes before your eyes.
Yeah.
But there are thousands and thousands of people who have had the experience of dying. It's called a near-death experience. And they somehow they've died, had the experience of being on the other side of death, but then coming back into their body and being able to describe what happened. And these accounts that people share, having had what's called an NDE, a near-death experience, are so similar. Like, they're so consistent. And they describe that for however many minutes that they were dead, that on the other side of death, that there's no such thing as time. Like, they're all very consistent about that. They describe what's called life review, where without the limitations of time, they're presented. They typically describe having a spirit guide, guide them through, different chambers and such, like on the other side. And they'll be in some kind of a room, some kind of a chamber, and they'll be presented what looks like holographic displays of moments of their life. And in reviewing these holographic displays of moments, without the constraint of time, with a level of detail that our finite human mind cannot even fathom, that they re-experience these moments in their life, but not as they experienced them. They experience these moments from the perspective as the individuals who are affected by them. So it's like this concept of the universe only being one thing. And in this life review, you're now experiencing your own life from the vantage point, experiencing the experience that others.
I love that.
And it's terrifying to me to think of, like, everybody who I was angry at, or who I made feel bad, everybody, like, I'm gonna experience as them. And then I find myself, because this is so impactful to me, that as much as I can to keep it at the forefront of my mind, so that every encounter that I have, that I can be deliberate about having a positive, really going into every little chance encounter. Oh, you want a photo? Like, absolutely. Like, to try to bring love and joy to every exchange, so that I can kind of stack, my life review for the, because there's enough bad shit that I got to go through, that I'm trying to stack good shit on there.
I find that so interesting. I've always found the near-death experiences, reading up on those experiences and trying to understand them, so fascinating. And what you said about everything being connected, we've spoken with quite a few people who have done some sort of like a psychedelic. And a lot of the time, their big revelation was that they never understood how everything is connected. And like every little thing has an energy to it. And it's all from the same thing.
Yeah. There's one guy I met. I was still in rehab, and he just put it one way that really resonated with me. He said, "We're all eyes in the same head, dude." Like, it's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
Not anything like I just described, people sharing accounts of. I mean, I've had like close calls. If I were to say, like, the closest call that I had probably would have been a scuba diving incident where I was just ignorant of what I was doing, and I had descended like too far too fast. Somebody grabbed my fin, and when we got up, they said they were just exasperated. They said, "You almost just died, and I almost died trying to save you." And I was just like, "Oh, sorry, dude." Like, they told me the sharks were on the bottom. I was just going to the bottom.
Did you not feel anything at that moment?
I didn't know. Like,
you didn't know how serious it was.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was ignorant of. Like, I had not effectively retained what I learned in my scuba diving instruction.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a boring closest call. I mean, I don't know. Oh man, there was not even that I was on my phone or anything, but my first time visiting. I mean, visiting. My first time going to my home in Tennessee. After purchasing this house, which I now live in Tennessee, it's driving a rental car, and I mean, who knows? I might have been going to like the bicycle store. I wanted to get a mountain bike to ride through the woods. I don't know where I was going, but I was driving a rental car in my town, and there's like I blew through a stop sign right into a lane of the highway. There's like literally a highway, and as the stop sign, I don't know how I did it. I have no idea how I did it, but it was just by chance that a car going like 60 some 70 miles an hour I just came out. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
I could
That
absolutely
is a
have
hilarious answer as Steve.
I could absolutely have just been killed in that moment because I don't even know.
But see, I look at moments like that because things happen to me where it's like, I lost my phone. It's somewhere in the house. I got to find it. I'm 5 minutes late. And I think to myself, if I were 5 minutes earlier, would that have led to something like that where you just lied at that exact moment?
Yeah.
And is that one light that you hit stopping you from reaching another point like 20 years from now because like, you misplaced your wallet? Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been terribly pathetic if that's how I died.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, like and it just it really affects me. I go like on a almost daily basis. Not almost. Very regularly, I stop at that stop sign every time. I just the worst like moment of thoughtlessness.